what's up, everybody? Everybody saying hi. Hello. Hey, good to see you guys again. How's my frame? Am I all good here? Yeah, good.
Yeah, you.
Cool. Awesome, guys. It's nice to do another live stream with you guys. Right now, I'm just putting them out as I am so inspired to do so for you guys. I'm always doing the emails with my assistant, and we are kicking serious credit repair for you guys. All right. So, yeah, I just want to, let's see. Hey, Brent, I sent this. Okay, so this is a question that we commonly get. Someone sent a round of disputes here. Michael Beasley Jr., you sent a round of disputes. One of the credit bureaus, Equifax, came back and said, hey, we verified everything. Now, first of all, did they give you any proof of verification? Did you see anything? Or did they just come back with a letter saying, hey, we verified this stuff, go away? That's probably what happened, right? Now, on the other credit reports, if anything was deleted, you can send that in as supporting documentation. You can say, hey, TransUnion, Experian, they also deleted this delinquent collection account. They didn't verify it. Please reinvestigate, take a look. Also, you can send another letter asking their verification method. So not only have you now asked for verification, but now you ask for their verification method, which of course they have a tough time producing, showing how they did it, who they're doing it to. Are they going back to the original creditor, not just the collector, and finding out who has the right to collect? All right? If you have any other questions or concerns, of course, feel free to email me, guys. All right? We're always here for you. All right? Let's see.
Where can they email you?
Oh yeah, you can email me. You can email me at team, T-E-A-M-B, weave, W-E-A-V-E, at gmail.com. All right? Let's see what else we got. Hi, can you please sell the hard inquiry removal letter by itself? Just email me at teambweave at gmail.com. Teambweave. Actually, I will put my email here for you. Teambweave at gmail.com. There you go. You guys know where you can email me. All right. Let me make sure I'm scrolling. Let's see. Do you have one for
Yeah,
me?
I do.
Yeah.
This is from Michael Beasley.
Okay, cool. Oh, no, I got that one.
You got him one?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Then this is from Stacy Short.
Yeah.
If the collection agency sends you a copy of your loan with the blacked out lines through it, does it count as valid?
So, good question. Okay, so a collection agency sends a copy of your loan with blacked out lines through it. If that's blacking out what specifically, okay? And on top of that, does it have your name on it, or are they blacking out your pertinent details? You want to make sure that everything is 100% accurate on there. Is it your signature on a contract? And is this a collection agency, not the original creditor or loan holder or provider sending this to you? It's a little ambiguous and a little, we're not 100% sure what this is, just like you're not 100% sure what that is. You need 100% verification, okay? 100% verified per the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So if we're looking at something that you're not 100% sure of, they're blacking out information, we don't know, we need to know what that is, okay? Now, on another level, if for some reason, somehow, they do have something that proves, and it has happened to me, I had a Firestone credit card, okay? It was a full contract they sent to me. Everything, there was nothing blacked out on it though, okay? I looked at it, it had the dates that I paid, the dates that I used the card, and it had my signature on there, and I said, okay, look, I gotta do a pay for deletion. So I called these people. I actually called the original creditor, not the collector, the original creditor, and it had already gone to collection. I said, look, you have this account sent and paid for by a collector. You already made some money on it, okay? How about I pay you the remaining balance, and you guys delete this from my credit report? But I need something in writing. Why don't you fax it over to my work? They did. I paid. They deleted it. It happened to me, okay? And then I was able to dispute the collection pretty easily. Went away. They weren't able to verify it. So that's something you can do. And of course, follow up with me in an email if you need to, okay? Let's see what else I got. Let's see. Got that? Yep.
Stonewall.
Hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, yes. Okay, so this happens often. Excuse me, guys. Let me grab some water. So this does happen often. More than not, they play games. Okay, these bureaus want to do things to kind of slow the process down. So you send in a letter for verification. You're disputing, please verify. Then they come back with, well, you need to verify your ID or address. You didn't send in enough information. Maybe send in your ID or your social, and they're playing games. They're like, please verify your address and your ID. So usually then you have to send in your ID, social security card, utility bill on top of that verifies where you live. And if you've moved, guys, I get this question a lot. If you've moved, it is a good idea to send in that utility bill or some type of, and you just want to show, the header of like where it's from, like Google phone, or because I have a Google phone, or AT&T or phone bill, something like that, and just your address and your name and that stuff. You don't need all the pertinent details of your bill. Same thing with a bank statement or a W-2 or something of that nature to verify your address. Yes? Okay. So if you've moved or they're asking for address verification, throw that on there. It's very important. And yes, you can use your old ID that has the older address on there. I've worked with a gentleman who moved from, he moved three different times, 3 different states. He kept the same ID. We were fine. Okay, so don't sweat it too much. All right. Let's see what else I got. Hey, thinking about getting, Doana Hall. Apologize if I get your name wrong. Thank you to everyone for writing in and commenting and watching. Thinking about getting a first credit card. Any advice? Looking for a good credit card. Okay, so depends on your credit score, of course. All right, if your credit score is looking good, it's looking nice and healthy, and you want to go for a nice high cashback or travel miles credit card, which I really like because you get a good amount of money back, usually about 2% back on your bills, what you're just paying for, like you normally would with cash, but you get nothing back with cash or debit card or something of that nature. If you're gonna go for that, you want to be probably in the 700s, okay? 700s above. 720 is really easy. If you're 720, you're good. But 700, you should be all right. You can even maybe qualify in the high 600s, okay? So get one of those cards. They usually do come with an annual fee. It's usually waived for the first year, so you don't have to pay that 50 to 100 bucks. Usually it's somewhere in there. When you get this card, you use it just like cash, all right? Don't finance anything. You want to pay your bill off at the end of the month, all right? Pay it off at the end of the month. Pay it off. So that way you get your actual miles, get your money back, get your cash back in your pocket, all right? Now you get this credit card working for you. Now, if your credit score isn't that good and you don't hit one of those high markers for travel or miles back cash, credit cards, do not worry, all right? So you can get yourself a nice Capital One card. I like Capital One. They're usually pretty generous with their credit lines and are usually pretty approval happy, so to speak. So Citibank and Chase, those guys tend to give pretty big limits, and are pretty open to new people with credit. I would stay away from, if you're going to get a new first credit card, I'd stay away from anything that is very strict, anything that has an annual fee but doesn't give you anything back, right? So no annual fee cards that are pretty generous with their credit limits. Capital One, Citibank, and Chase. That's what I recommend. Okay. Does lowering your credit card balance boost your credit score? It can. I've seen, and I subscribe to MyFICO, guys, so I can watch my FICO score. And what I've noticed is if I pay my balances down, my credit score tends to go up. Just by using my card every month, every couple of weeks, I noticed that my credit score would actually go down a few points, 4 to 5 points, just from me normally using my credit card. And I'm like, this doesn't seem fair, right? And I paid it off at the end of the month, and then it would go back up 4 or 5 points. I'm like, this is crazy. So, what I encourage you guys to eventually get to is a charge card, an American Express charge card, or another charge card where you have to pay it off at the end of every month, and it typically doesn't report to the bureaus as far as credit utilization. They might have started to do so because I was looking on MyFICO, and it might have said that my Amex was being reported the charge card. But if it is, just remember, paying down your balances typically can boost your score because you get a better credit utilization. And if you're able to do so, and it's not outside your means, and you're able to, do it when you don't need to dispute negative items, you just, okay, I'm gonna pay some stuff down, I'm able to, please feel free to do so, yeah. I'm gonna take 1 second, guys, look at your comments and talk to my assistant here. Do you have anything that
Yeah.
just show me on the screen if you want.
There's like no response. Like if you don't get a response from them, what to do next.
Oh, okay, cool. And what's his name?
I saw it earlier in here.
No problem, I'll do that one.
And then also this one you might want to see.
Alright, cool.
Posted a few times.
Cool.
Oh, but if you don't get a response, letter back in 30 days from
Mrs. Thomas, okay. Alright, Mrs. Thomas. What if you don't get a response letter back? And thank you for everyone for writing and commenting and watching. We're doing our best to get to all your comments. Alright, so what do you do if you don't get a response? Well, this is great. This is fantastic. This can happen because they like to, again, throw a monkey wrench in the process. So, if it's been a full 30 days from when they got the letters, alright, to when they're supposed to postmark your response. So if you send something on August 1st, they're supposed to postmark your response 30 days later. 30 days later, which I guess would be August 31st. Yeah, not September 1st, it would be 30 days. Or, excuse me, you send something August 1st, they get it 7 days later, on August 7th, 30 days from that, so I guess it would be September 6th, is when they would have to postmark your response. Now, if you don't get a response 30 days from when they receive the letters, you can send non-response letters in, okay? We have non-response letters for you. Feel free to shoot me an email. Non-response letters, okay, say, hey, you guys didn't respond per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you didn't even do your dispute in a timely manner. If this stuff isn't verified, you're supposed to remove it. I can seek legal action, on and so forth and so on. You can be fined $1,000, all this stuff, right? Or you can just send your next round of disputes asking their verification method as per the normal strategy that we utilize for verification. Okay? So you have 2 options there. Non-response sometimes is just a slowdown in the mail. So make sure it's 30 days from when they received it. Okay? The mail takes some time. In fact, they're saying it's 30 days plus 5 days for the mail. Okay? So maybe give it a little extra time. But if it's truly a non-response, you have the strategy. Alrighty, so Devin YD posted a couple of times, interested in, you disputed your federal student loans on your credit report. The bureaus have sent, what was this? The bureaus have sent, let's see.
I've sent 2 rounds of my letters for federal student loans. They sent me back the loan amount I owed.
But still no contract or anything like that. Yeah. So, I mean, if it hasn't been verified 100%, you definitely know you can dispute again. Also, we have some other courses of action that I've met some people, some other companies that might be able to help you with student loans, a couple of ebooks and kind of procedures that might help you to verify these things, because right now you don't know, right? You're not sure, they're not sure, no one's giving you any true advice. So you can dig a little deeper beyond the letters. And so please feel free to shoot me an email. I like to do these things for you specifically so you get the information in a written document. That way you don't have to transcribe this later and try and figure that out. So shoot me an email, teambweave@gmail.com, teambweave@gmail.com. And I'll put it here once again.
If someone wants you to dispute for them?
Absolutely. Yes, so if you want my company, my team to dispute, we're on the East Coast. My partner is on the East Coast, if you want us to do that. My company is theawesomelifegroup.com for everybody to have an awesome life, right? Okay, cool. Theawesomelifegroup.com. I'll put that in theawesomelifegroup.com. What's nice about us is we really want to get you cleaned up. Okay, we really want your credit to get cleaned up. We want you to get cleaned up and move on to business credit. Okay, and that's something that we're doing now. Business funding, that's something we're doing now. What's nice about having a good, clean personal credit score is you can go right into business funding and you can use your personal guarantee and get loans for your business, okay? Or you can go into our business credit builder and build your business credit. That's separate from your personal credit, okay? There's someone knocking on my door. So you can do those things once you're cleaned up, or we can do that for you now if you're looking for business credit, okay? So we can dispute for you. What makes it great about us wanting it done is we dispute everything all at once. We dispute all of this negative stuff that is unverified, inaccurate, outdated, old addresses, even inquiries. I mean, we can really take care of you. And that process usually, you know, it's a process. It takes time. Each individual has their own way of coming into it, so it takes a different time for, you know, if you have a repossession or if you don't, if you have bankruptcy or you don't, if you have X amount of inquiries or you don't. It varies. So it can take time depending on what you have on your credit report. We do free consultations on that, so check out theawesomelifegroup.com. I really appreciate it, guys. All right, let's see what else we got.
There's something from down north that I think would be a good one.